Hey guys, it's me David, and this is actually a very special video announcing my documentary that I've been planning for months now. It's all been leading up to this video, the campaign video that you're gonna see here on GoFundMe. Link down below to the article, so check it out down below. I'm gonna lead into the video so you can see what this is all about. So let's get started. Okay, so if you don't know who I am, my name is David Hall. I'm a YouTuber, I'm a filmmaker, and a photographer. So first off, I want to say thank you for watching this GoFundMe video. One of my biggest passions that I've been wanting to pursue is making a documentary on the AFOL community, otherwise known as the adult fan of Lego. I feel like it's a very niche community that hasn't really had a good documentary that really shows who and what the community is worldwide. It's a humongous community that spans in, I think, like 20 plus countries, which is insane. And I just want to make a documentary that just kind of takes a deeper look at it without getting too deep. Like, I want to show this to the general public, but I also want this to relate to Lego fans. I want it to be something that everybody can relate with, but also a contribution to the adult fan of Legos. It's a contribution to the community. So one of my biggest passions is filmmaking, and I've been making YouTube videos for 10 years now, but I've really wanted to make an entrance into the cinema world, I guess you could say. And this documentary is that entrance, I suppose you could say. But I don't want it to be that. I want it to be a film that isn't about me, that isn't about what I think of the Lego community. I want it to be about the community itself and what everybody thinks of each other and why everybody is so great to each other in this huge adult Lego community that really not many people know about. It's a very niche thing. It's not a well-known hobby by many. Every time I tell someone who knows nothing about Lego and I said, oh yeah, there's this huge community of adults out there that like build these huge elaborate structures, they're like, what? How is this a thing? I'm like, exactly. So that happens over and over. So this documentary, I hope, will answer not only who the AFOLs are, but what they do, why they're doing it. There hasn't been a good documentary out there that really goes down to the core of what it means to be an adult fan of Lego. Like, okay, so you're over 18 and you build with Legos. Is that it? I don't think that's the full story. And that's what I want to talk about in the documentary. And I also want this to have a global perspective. I don't want it to just look at a certain part of the United States. I want it to be all of the United States. I want it to be global. I want to go to Canada. I want to go to Denmark. This is not going to be some small town documentary. I want this to cover everywhere. And to do that, that is why I need your help. So it's a documentary, right? So obviously I have to have people to interview. And just quickly, I want to give you some of the names. So first up, we're going to have Alex Koobs, otherwise known as Koobert. You might know him on YouTube for his amazing 30-minute long Lego stop motion known as Battle of the Brick. I think it's one of the most viewed Lego stop motions on the internet, which is pretty crazy. He's going to be an amazing interviewee. We also have Kevin Hinkle. He's actually an ex-Lego employee. The Lego community knows him very well. He worked directly in the community department at Lego, so his feedback, his interview will be amazing. We also have Joshua Hanlon. You might know him from Beyond the Brick. He's the main guy behind that YouTube channel and that series. Very much beloved by the Lego community now. And then one of the other candidates I've really been looking forward to, his name is Nico Mallet. But you also might know him as Nico Bricks on Instagram. This guy, he's working on this London-inspired city. He's making all these skyscrapers. And he's a younger AFOL, but I still want to get his perspective. So the one big thing, obviously, we have to talk about, since this is a campaign video, is the revenue, the financing, all of that, the money, to get to the point. So basically, I'm looking to try to get at least $2,000. I know if you look at the bar down there, it says $8,000, but really we only need $2,000 to make this film. Once we're past $2,000, it's going to happen. There will be a film no matter what. Everything past $2,000 is just additionals, or what I call additionals, and that all that means is just extra stuff to make the film better. So most of it is travel, more trips to go across the US. We're talking going to Austin, Texas. We're going to Seattle. We're going to Vegas. Like, we're going like all kinds of places over the U.S. On top of the original trips, if we get to $2,000, then we'll be going to Canada. We'll be driving. I live in Virginia, so we'll be taking a 20-hour drive all the way up to New Brunswick, Canada. We're going to go all the way down to Orlando, Florida, and I've already a planned trip to Denmark, where I'll be flying into Copenhagen and going out to Billund to visit the Lego headquarters, to visit the Lego house. It's going to be exciting. I'm also visiting a friend there. His name's Frederick. He'll also be an interviewee. And he's actually going to introduce me to the local Lego fans and the local adults of the Danish citizens who love Lego. So that kind of perspective from, you know, where the toy came from, Denmark, versus like a place like the United States or Canada, you can see these different perspectives of how people look at the brick. And that's another thing, of course, I want to be interested in explaining and showcasing in the documentary. So lastly, for the budget, if you take a look down below, and I'll also put it on screen, it's right in front of you of what I'm thinking in terms of how everything could come together in terms of budget. Basically, like I said, 2,000 is all we need. Everything else is extra, and you can see how that would be spent. Everything, you can see how everything's spent. This is a non-profit documentary, meaning there's no big paycheck that's going directly in my pocket that I get to keep for own personal use. This is all going towards the documentary, the film. This is all going towards the cinema and how I really just want to make a great film. That's what it all comes down to, is I want to make an amazing film, not just for me, but for you, the fans, okay? I've been wanting to do this for the longest time. I feel like it's the step in the right direction. The next big move for my YouTube channel, for my career, is to head into this cinematic view of things that aren't really told well, in my opinion. So the next thing I want to talk about is filming this. So how are we filming it? What are we doing? So we have 4 cameras actually, and none of that is on the budget sheet down below. We have a Canon 5D Mark IV and a Canon XF400. That's A and B camera. And then we have a C and D camera. Those are backup cameras. If for some reason these cameras malfunction or something goes wrong on set, we have backup cameras. And all of those are already paid for. That's not what you guys are helping me fund. What a lot of that money is going towards is really just travel cost and, you know, little things like lighting stands and stuff like that. But most of the big equipment like microphones and cameras and tripods, that's already stuff I already own, thankfully. So that's not what that budget's really going towards. It's just going to more things that enhance the film rather than the stuff I already have. The Lego community deserves a fantastic, good documentary that really shows who these adult fans are. I really think it's something that we need. I don't think it's something that's unnecessary. I really don't think at all. I think this is something that will enhance the community and will hopefully make it bigger and bring more people into the circle that had no idea that this existed. So I want to thank everybody for taking the time to listen to this video. Please check out all the description, the budgets, everything down below on the GoFundMe page. So I appreciate everybody taking the time to listen to this video. Again, please share it with your friends. I thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great and wonderful day. I'll be keeping updates on everything very soon. Bye-bye.